Hey guys, Matt McKeever here. So in the interest of trying to keep things
more than 92 with me 100.
So in today's video, I'm just really going to be focusing on showing you how I grew my real estate investing portfolio from the beginning in 2010 when I was 25 and bought my first rental property to present day early 2017. And that was one of the biggest frustrations I had when I started investing in real estate investing was I'd read these books and autobiographies and all these internet posts and ebooks from successful real estate investors. At best, they'd maybe document their first deal, but then they'd fast forward until their 20th or their 100th deal. And a lot gets lost in that little growth. And so I just kind of want to show you how I slowly grew my portfolio until 2016. And then once I kind of got the confidence and the base in place, that's when I started to look to exponentially grow my portfolio. I'm not saying it's the way you have to invest, but it's just the way that worked for me. So in 2010, I purchased my primary residence, which was kind of in the north end of the city of London. And then I purchased a student rental with two partners. And so that student rental was right by Fanshawe College. The reason we chose the student rental was we were very focused on cash flow because we knew we could count on cash flow where appreciation to us was a wild card. And so it's been my experience that in most markets, student rentals are some of the best cash flowing properties. And so that's what drew us to student rentals in the first place. So then in 2011, the student rental was going so well, we figured, why not buy another one? So we bought another student rental on the exact same street by Fanshawe College. 2012 came along and we thought, why not do it again? So we bought a third one in 2012. We actually even tried to buy a fourth one. However, we were unable to do it due to financing reasons. And that kind of led us into 2013 and 2014 where we kept running into these barriers. And the banks kept telling us we need to grow our income more if we want to qualify for more mortgages. Even though we have these fantastic cash flowing properties, we still need to grow our T4 income more. So in 2013 and 2014, I really focused on, I got a new job, focused on really growing my T4 income, trying to get promotions and raises and bonuses just so I could keep pushing the limits. So then came 2015, I finally built up this big war chest, as well as really grew my income so I'd be able to qualify for an additional mortgage. And in 2015, myself and another partner purchased a fourplex in the Woodfield district. And so this was our first foray into non-student rentals, so it was a really big pivot in our investing strategy. And it was the first one where we really tried to focus on forcing equity. And because we were able to force that equity into it through strategic renovations, we were then really able to increase the cash flow on the property because we were able to substantially increase the rents. And so this fourplex was really a template that I would use again and again and again in the future on my future properties, looking for those distressed properties and sellers that have an interesting story behind why they're looking to sell and trying to be the Advil or the Tylenol to the seller's problem. So 2016 was the year that I really hit the ground running and started exponentially growing my portfolio. So in 2016, myself and another partner purchased the triplex in the Old East Village. Then I purchased the Laya Street, which I've already documented for you guys, where I would implement the BRRRR investing strategy. And then I purchased my 20 unit property with another partner. And again, even though that 20 unit sounds way bigger, at the same time, it was still the same system that I was mapping onto it. So we knew it was undervalued due to the fact that the rents were below market and the property had just been neglected for years. So we knew that if we came in, did those strategic renovations, we could substantially increase the rent, which would substantially increase the cash flow, which would substantially increase the value of the property to other investors, which should either allow us to sell it for a profit if we wanted to flip it, or we could refinance it and essentially just do a really big BRRRR on the 20 unit property. So then at the start of 2017, the day this video is coming out, January 16th, I'll actually be closing on two properties, and so that's a duplex that's just outside of the Old East Village and a triplex that's on the cusp of the Woodfield district and the Old East Village. Both these properties fit the system that we're looking to map onto any properties we purchase these days, so they were undervalued because the current owner had allowed it to fall into disrepair and was renting it for below market rents. So we come in, we do our strategic renovations, really force equity and value into the property, and then because we've made better apartments and nicer accommodations for tenants, we're able to substantially increase the rents, which substantially increases our cash flow, which increases the value of the property in the eyes of other investors or banks, depending on whether you want to sell it or refinance the property. And so for the rest of 2017, I'm not sure what to expect. The market right now in London, Ontario is way hotter than I've ever seen it before. Inventory is very low, so it is difficult to find great deals today in London, Ontario. Now, when spring comes, will we see a flood of new inventory? I hope so. If not, I may again have to pivot my strategy and focus on a different means to keep achieving the sort of growth in my portfolio that I want to accomplish. So, hopefully that gives you a rough idea of how my portfolio has evolved over the last 6 or 7 years. In addition to that, I hope it really fills in some of the blanks for you guys. Because at the end of the day, I don't want you guys being misled thinking that I'm some multi-millionaire with hundreds and hundreds of properties. Because that's simply not the case. However, I am a real person that's really doing this in real life with no smoke and mirrors. I'm trying to be authentic. I'm trying to show you guys everything I can without hindering my own growth in real estate, because at the end of the day, these videos, they can come back to bite me in the ass, because if a seller knows I'm negotiating with them on a property, they might think to themselves, hey, if this Matt guy wants to buy it, clearly I can just do what he's doing and cut him out and keep all the profit for myself. Yeah, you definitely could. And so that's a risk I'm taking when I do these videos for you guys. So in addition to that, I also just wanted to show you roughly what I consider the core area that I'm focusing on purchasing in London, Ontario. And so that area really consists of what's called the Old North, Blackfriars, the Ridgeway, Old South and Wortley Village, as well as Soho, the Hamilton and Egerton neighborhood, as well as the Old East Village, and the Woodfield district in downtown. And so that's a huge area. Of that giant area of London, Ontario that I'm focused on purchasing, there's sub-markets in there that are my real target markets. So my sub-markets really consist of Soho, as well as what I'm going to call just kind of the Wellington corridor, the Old East Village, North Blackfriars and the Ridgeway. So those are the 4 areas that I'm really targeting on purchasing properties in 2016 and 2017. And as you can see, most of my purchases up until this point in time were directly in Woodfield and or the Old East Village, or just outside of that market. So I'm hoping to move a little bit further west and buy something in Soho or Blackfriars in 2017. But we'll just have to see what the market brings. And that leads me to a little bit of a teaser. So coming up in 2017, I'm going to really focus on documenting to you in a series called Why London, showing why you should consider investing in London and what neighborhoods in particular I'm focused on investing in London, Ontario. Even if you're not interested in investing in London, Ontario, it'll hopefully give you an idea of what you need to be learning about your target neighborhoods in your target city, so that you can also become the expert in your city. Alright, so that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for taking the time to watch. It means a lot to me. If you got value from this video, please hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because I'm trying to beat Matt Pichet to 500 subscribers, and I need every single one of you to subscribe if I'm going to win. And until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough money out there for us to all make it, so let's just go make some money, guys. Thanks. Bye.